Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Korner Booth Podcast. It's episode 288. This is the NFL Draft Report Card Show. This is the last regularly scheduled Monday show. After this, we'll kind of just go with what's available, headlines, give the boys a few Mondays off. Going forward, shows might just be me and Nate or me and Chris or none of us. We'll figure it out. But either way, happy to have you back in. Gentlemen, I hope you guys had as good of a draft weekend as I did. Chris got his boy. I got my boy as well. It's very rare that me and Chris both are happy with an Eagles draft, but we ended up getting both the corners that we wanted. So
that was wild.
As soon as I texted Cooper Sharp, dude, I don't think I was active for those. I got blackout drunk after that. After we got Cooper Sharp, I'm like, time to get hammered.
I'm going to just do the whole analogy I was just talking about now. Howie Rose, the Eagles GM, Howie Roseman is the Eagles GM is the equivalent to the 1998 to 2002 Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he goes away for a little bit and he's quiet, and the trade deadline comes and he makes his appearance known, and then he goes away. Everybody's it's the NFL draft. All the teams' GMs are in the ring fighting it up. And there's just a whole freaking brawls going on. And all of a sudden, the glass breaks. And it's Howie freaking Roseman that comes down.
Stumbling in, like shoulder wagon.
Just kicks everybody in the gut. Stone cold stuns everybody. And just takes all of their draft picks. And if he doesn't take them when he's just sitting at his pick, he moves up and gets the guy. He always wins the draft. He is like the Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE Attitude Era. You just can't stop him. Everybody knows he's going to come back.
And you.
It's like almost like he's like the Tony Soprano in the NFL too. It's like the team's just like respectfully just like, we're gonna let Howie Rose at 22 get the best corner in the draft, who's supposed to go top 10. We're gonna let him slip to 22 because it's Howie Rose and then it's Tony Soprano. You don't mess with them. And then
you're gonna let us basically do a pick swap and give up a pick that might not even make the team anyway. Oh, and go get the best nickel corner in the draft.
You got now, 2 first-round corners.
Now I keep talking like Stone Cold. I got it.
I think we all thought
you.
We all thought Quinion Mitchell was going to go to Atlanta, and I think a lot of us thought that Cooper DeJean was going to go to the Colts at 15. So you got 2 top 15, top 20 first-round talents, and you pick 22, and then in your second round. That's insane.
They just get better and better.
Dude. I think the best pick of all was like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in the 5th round or whatever it was.
That was a steal to get him at that part of the draft.
I love it because our other 2 starting linebackers are like small and fast in Devin White and Nakobe Dean. Then we just go and draft a human sledgehammer to play the middle. I don't know if you guys have watched any of Jeremiah Trotter Jr.'s highlights. This dude just does 3 things: hits you like a sledgehammer, picks off passes, and is a great run stop, great at scraping the gaps and playing the run. He is just like his daddy.
Been there.
I'm just shocked. Not only you get Mitchell, you get DeJean, and you get Trotter, and you get all these solid guys. You guys get more offensive linemen to just beef up an already good staff. Every year, man, it's just, when you think that other teams in the NFC East get sort of better, the Eagles just say, nah, we're going to just take it up a notch. So,
it's like the Eagles, it's like they let the Cowboys and the Commanders and the Giants do the best that they can in free agency. They kind of let all the other teams just, you know what, have fun. Go trick-or-treating. Get all the candy you can. And because draft day comes and he's like, I'm going to murder all of you. Like, I am like, you have no chance. Like, it's just insane. No matter where he picks, they win. It's like 3 years in a row of like A-plus drafts.
And we're going to talk about this more. Before we get into it, we're going to do our rapid fire. All 32 teams. We'll all go around the horn. We'll all grade them. So while we're talking basketball, if you guys need to pull up some reference notes, whatever you got to do, I like doing this when I want everyone's honest opinions, because if you look at this for too long, you're going to overanalyze it. So last year, me and Matt fired from the hip on a lot of these, and honestly, our draft grades were pretty good. We said Houston and Philadelphia had the 2 best draft grades. We weren't that far off. So that being said, we're going to talk a little NBA basketball. Chris, we'll start with you.
Jeez.
We'll rip the Band-Aid off now. Your boots on the ground for us.
Wow.
What's the name of the stadium? MSG South. What is it now?
Wells Fargo
Arena. Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you were there.
Oh, geez,
wow.
Let us know the experience. What was it like?
So going in, I was thinking, like, dude, like, this is a must win. Like, usually when you're down 2-1, game 4 is. Yeah, I know they say game 5 is the biggest game in the series, but I think game 4 is because it can go either way. You can shift momentum where you're down 3-1 for one team, or you can tie it up 2-2, win 2 at home. Me going in, felt high hopes, felt great. I put in a couple parlays, failed miserably. My entire section, when I tell you, I've never seen more opposing fans at a stadium. I've never seen more opposing fans at a stadium. My entire section was full of Knicks fans. I took a number 1 at halftime. The entire bathroom, Knicks fans. I go get a hot dog, entire section, Knicks fans. It's like, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for the city. I was embarrassed that I'm a Sixers fan, number 1. And number 2, that my owner, Josh Harris, would rather go on yacht parties and eat chicken fingers with James Harden than, invest in a basketball team. The guy owns 3 teams, and he owns Fanatics. I hate that dude. I'm done with that dude. As far as my team, he's a scumbag. I hate him. I'm done. The attitude sucks. The leader of the team, Joel Embiid is a loser. I just will put this. He's a beast. He's a great player, but he's a loser. He's a loser mentality, and I cannot stand it. He's calling out the fans for not showing up. I get it.
How about you close the game out?
Because there's a lot more Knicks fans. I mean, he scored a point in the fourth quarter. He had one free throw.
Staring at some girls.
He was sloppy. I mean,
my favorite meme is that over 5 in the fourth quarter, and he's staring at some chicks' hoo-has.
So is the loss more on Embiid, or is it the team as a whole? Because I was looking at the stat line, and the bench was just terrible. I know.
No, the Sixers notoriously never invest in a bench. This is the first year. I would say the Sixers notoriously never invest in a bench. This is the first year where the Sixers have had a bench until we went to the deadline and traded them all away for some reason, just to acquire Buddy Hield, who has had 2 good games and has done nothing. I'm done with Tobias Harris. He's one of the highest paid players in the league. The guy's over-under is 11.5. That's atrocious. My leader in my team, Joel Embiid, played the entire third quarter. I actually told my buddy, I'm like, we're down 1 going into the fourth. Embiid's played the full 12 minutes of the third. We're not going to win this game, no matter what. Brunson's getting 5 minutes rest here. The Knicks are looking pretty comfortable. Kudos to the Knicks. I hate their fans. I will say that. They are annoying people. But I don't hate the Knicks as a team. The Knicks don't bother me. It's good for the Knicks. I haven't been in the playoffs in a while, years. But I'm done. The Sixers, out of my 4 teams that I like in Philly, the Sixers are the ones I do not care about the most, because I'm so numb between the Kawhi Leonard shot, between getting rid of Jimmy Butler and keeping Ben Simmons, from Embiid's 5-6 straight years of injury. I don't feel anything anymore. I expect it. When I left the game, I was like, this team sucks. I'm down. I actually proposed a trade to New York. I said, look, I'll give you the Sixers, and I will sell you about 50% of the weed I already own for Jalen Brunson and I think Thibodeau, their coach. I was like, look, I think it's a fair trade. Both sides work out. But, I was just kidding. But, most of the story, I'm done, dude. I just can't do this anymore. I've moved on. I got my Phillies hat on.
It's baseball season.
I feel you, Chris.
I'm done. I'm broken. I'm a broken man. I'm done, dude. I'm
so you don't believe it's 3-1. You don't believe?
That's right.
Do you believe at all?
I don't know who commented that, but that's pretty funny. Oh,
yeah, I don't know who Cold Iron. This dude comments on a lot of our stuff, a lot of what's it called? A lot of belly up stuff, and he's great. He's a great commenter. Never knew who this guy is. So, but either way, I feel like it's one of Nate's.
Also,
friends.
He's on my show a few times too. I appreciate him for stopping by on my shows too. But
I think Jared,
I don't know who he is.
Personally, should give them like a $20 gift card.
What? I just had to put my car in the shop for the 5th time.
You should send an
$5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. All right.
Yeah, $5 Starbucks. Come on, we respect him.
Yeah, you should
give them a corporate.
Give him like a Wawa card, but use half of it. Yeah, dude, send him like a gift basket.
There's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Just say, like, hey, this had $50 on it, but it's got about $23.74 left.
Send him a gift basket.
Alrighty, so. We're gonna go quick. So
that's right. Yeah, something like a sneakers.
All right, we're gonna stop here. First team has been eliminated from the playoffs. The Suns are officially going. Fish Edwards is that dude. Cat is a good sidekick. Rudy is a good third wheel, and Jalen McDaniels is he's that dude. They were. Apparently, according to Devin Booker, who's going to stop us? Minnesota did. So, Timberwolves on the second round. They will play the winner of the Lakers Nuggets series, which, let's be honest, will most likely be the Lakers.
It is not. No, I'm telling you. Lakers in 7, but could I play something for you?
Sure, go for it.
So, they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, I love that quote.
There you go. That's all.
I mean, my favorite one is still like he's like I was trying to get Rudy to do the DMX thing with me, and Rudy's like, "Nah, man, I think I'm concussed." And also, I just love Ant just doing a press conference in a wife beater, like in an A shirt. I'm just like, bro, that is the most in a fitted hat. He's just chilling there. He's just leaning back. He's got the undershirt on. Name another basketball player who's just gonna sit there looking like a full-on Georgia redneck and just sitting there with like a freaking just an undershirt on. Most dudes are all dimed up for these press conferences. Ant's just sitting there in an undershirt, like, yeah, I want to go home. and Larry dressed like he's dressed like 80% of the dudes. Chris, your mic.
Dude, I would never dress to the nines for. Oh damn.
Chris, drop out and try to reconnect. I think your connection's a little off.
I would say Anthony Edwards kind of just fit, like, because we talked about in the group chat, right, with you and Matt and Chris about just he fits today's generation. Like he's just like he cares about playing the game, but it's like he does it in a way that's like cool.
No, so what he is, Nate, is you're close. What he is he is the old school generation with a new school filter.
Okay.
He is a millennial and a Gen Zer by every stretch of the word. But at his soul, he is a Gen Xer. He is talking and backing it up. He is talking smack to everyone and then backing it up. They're like, I remember one interview like, yo, you think MJ could guard you in today's era? And he goes, hell no. And then drops a 40 piece on the Suns. Like, can we just appreciate how well-rounded his game is from last year and the year before? And it's only going to get better. He's 22 years old. And he's already a top 10 player in basketball.
100%.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
Hey, Kelsey, if you're watching this, I want to double down. I said he's going to be a top 20 player by the end of this year. He's going to be a top 2 player by the end of next year. Just chop it. We're done. He is that. He is it. I'm getting confident here. Okay, the West may run through. It's going to be Joker versus Ant for the next 10 years in that Western Conference final, unless somebody does something. Because if they can keep Cat as our Scottie Pippen, and our Dennis Rodman's a 7'4" Frenchman. Like, we about this. Like, we want that smoke. We already have our old point guard who all he does is shoot threes. Shout out Mikey C, who's older than dirt. And then we have Jaden McDay as our lanky defender. Technically, Gobert could be our coup coach because he's an import. But seriously, I'm for it. I'm a very happy Timberwolves fan. I have been suffering as a Wolves fan for most of my life. That Sam Cassell knee injury literally just sent us down a path of misery because we would have killed the Lakers in finishing out Game 6. We would have probably beaten the Pistons at 5, and then Minnesota would have had a title. KG probably never would have left. We probably would have retained Spreewell or taken up T-Mac's contract, which was the original plan in that free agency. Either way, conspiracy theories aside, imagine that team of Cassell, T-Mac, and KG. That's just wild. Anyway, so it's okay. Revisionist history. What it left us to was the best player of this generation. So,
Jared, I got a stat real quick for you. So, I was calculating the times before Chris, and I'm looking at your teams. Last year, Timberwolves, 42-40, 8 seed. Diamondbacks, 74-88. Miami Hurricanes, 3-5.
The only team that regressed was the Eagles.
Yeah, I think when Chris joined the pod, I just been seeing everything's been in the green. You're welcome,
there you go, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Now, if you could tell the Diamondbacks pitchers to stop getting freaking hurt, be great. I think our entire starting rotation is injured.
Jeez, even Montgomery.
Even Gallen too.
I want $10,000
for a week with a hamstring.
Even the guy with the funny name, I can't remember his name.
Oh wait, no, we have Montgomery and Fott. That's it. Monty and Fott. But Rodriguez is out until June. And then I believe Merrill Kelly's out till end of mid-May, and Gallen's out for a week. So yeah, 3 of our 5 starters are injured right now. It's hilarious, and our bullpen is atrocious.
Who's your closer?
Paulie Walnuts, Paul Sewell, but he's been injured since March.
There was like a reliever had a funny name. I thought it was a
starter. Ginkle.
Yeah, Ginkle.
Yeah, but he I don't know. It's like ever since he left Texas in the World Series, he hasn't been the same pitcher. Even though the dude has got the biggest set of brass balls because he will buzz you with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and then yell at your best hitter. Shout out Bryce Harper. Strikes out Harper and starts screaming at him. I'm like, dude's got the biggest brass set of balls I've ever seen. Like, I love Kevin Ginkle. He's my favorite pitcher to use in MLB The Show because his mechanics make no sense, and they make him look his rating is like so shitty in the game, but then he still strikes out 4 guys in a row, and you're like, what the did I just watch?
You know what's funny? The worst pitchers I played with in the MLB The Show is actually like Carlos Rodon.
Dude, you want to talk about a guy who's an instant ground ball? Brad Ziegler, back in MLB 2K days, good luck getting a hit off him. That slider would sweep across the plate, and you'd hit it into the ground every time. Either way, I also just started playing Fallout 4 last night because of the series, so I am intrigued. Never played Fallout.
I just watched the first episode. Really good.
I'm trying to hold on. I want to get about 5 hours into the game before I start watching the TV show. Start watching the Halo TV show just because I was curious.
Yeah. Is it good?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
Listen, I'm not a Halo lore guy. I appreciate a good shootout. Watching Master Chief take his helmet off was like but I'm like, it's the guy who plays him is the guy who plays Tonto in what is it, the Benghazi movie with John Krasinski. So I was like, all right, I like this actor anyway. But Chrissy, I like how your connection's caught up with you, pal.
Dude, your picture looks amazing. It's like you're in portrait mode.
1080p, Chris.
Yeah, I joined through the phone because the computer. I'm at my mom, so like the connection in this room is like a little wonky. So
shout out Mrs. L.
Yeah, Mrs. L, fix your internet, hon. Anyway,
Chrissy, you're grounded.
Yeah, dude, she grounded me. I don't even live with her anymore.
All right, here's the best. All right, fellas, quick reactions to the Suns Timberwolves. You get a sentence. Let me know what you think. We'll go around the horn. We're gonna abbreviate. I'm gonna put about maybe 9-10 teams when we do our draft that are gonna be like, you can just say their butt. It's okay. I'm not gonna hate you for it. We'll maybe do winners and losers. Won't grade every single roster. Maybe we'll do that off camera, like Nate will post a graphic that we did before, and we'll just have to have it up by Thursday morning. But that being said, because we only have an hour and 10 minutes for the show. So we're on the horn quick. Reaction to the Timberwolves Sun series. My reaction is Anthony Edwards is him. He is the new. It was MJ, Kobe, Bron, Edwards. That's my reaction.
Damn.
Matt,
Phoenix is so.
Nate goes. Go.
Sorry.
No, I
was gonna make it short. Phoenix is so screwed. No control over their first round picks for the next 5 years. No depth whatsoever. Unless they trade Kevin Durant or Devin Booker, they're done for the future.
Yeah, they won't do that anyway, so it doesn't freaking matter.
No, they're done. After Kevin Durant coming out saying everything he's saying, they're done. And give me the team that has Anthony Edwards, which is not the Suns.
Yes, sir. All right, Chris, you finished us strong here.
Suns are very overrated. I thought they put a little bit more of a fight. Ant Edwards is a dog. I don't have much to say. KD's a loser, dude. If you saw his quote after the series, I don't know if it's true, but I think he said his role with Phoenix doesn't fit. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't put it past it.
Listen, at this point, NBA basketball to me is Minnesota, everything else. I just love my boys. That's what it is. Like, they're fun to watch. Like, Timberwolves basketball makes me excited. Like, they play aggressive, they play hard defense, and they have an attitude. I'm just like, that's like the basketball I grew up with, right? Like, talking smack, blocking shots, dunking on people, losing it on the sidelines. I love it. They're cocky, but they back it up. Like, they don't play like AAU basketball guys. These dudes play like the guys who came up like playing ball at the playground, played their high school, got in and go. I love it that Minnesota winning kind of puts a nail in the coffin of the AAU super team culture. Cowherd brought this up today, and I loved that point. I said, yes, that's it. Because here's the kicker. The super teams are dead. There's no more super teams. Jokic, Murray, homegrown. Edwards, Cat, homegrown.
Clippers, though?
SGA was a trade. He was a bum when he was before he got there. Josh Giddey, homegrown. What he does afterward, that's a whole different story. But the rest of that roster, they're all young guys, prospect they built up. I love this, right? Look at the Celtics, homegrown talent. Even Chrissy's Sixers and the Knicks, homegrown talent. There's no more super teams. Listen, Chris, as much as it's disappointing what's happening, you should still be proud after the crazy season y'all had. You still made it to the playoffs.
I'm not at all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I won't go into it because I know we got to move on, but there's nothing with this team that I can be proud of anymore. It's just ripped out of the chest. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be a T-Wolves fan for the rest of the
I appreciate it.
The playoffs. I will ride with you.
Chrissy, if the Timberwolves make it to the finals, I'll buy you and myself a Timberwolves shirt, all right?
I'm with it. Yo, dude,
we'll get some Anthony Edwards drip, all right?
Dude, that'd be sick. I'll take some.
I have no Timberwolves gear. I have a snapback from back when.
So do I, dude. I had a snapback when I was 12. I'm like, I almost picked them to be my team just because wasn't really into basketball, but man.
My God, I can't imagine you both being Eagles fans and Timberwolves fans on the same pod.
We could take over the world.
Yeah. I won't convince him to be a Diamondbacks fan. I won't do that to him because I respect the Phillies too much. They're my second favorite baseball team. So
it's all about the fightings, baby. It's all about the fightings.
Yeah, dude.
Listen, no, it's all about the fightings. You got to play us in October. Shout out Alec Thomas putting the flag in the bank. All right, here we go. We're moving on. We'll talk quickly. Mavericks, Clippers, amazing game. Amazing game. I am blown away by Kyrie played out of his mind. The Clippers were lucky to get out of there with the win. The foul trouble at the end, that was my only thing. I was waiting because that was the only game in my parlay that didn't hit. I took the Knicks because my buddy Ryan was like, listen, we're at the bar watching the first half. And he goes, dude, take the Knicks. I'm like, all right, I'll take the Knicks. Took him in a parlay. They were down by 8 at that point too. And I just took them in a parlay along with because the odds were too good. I was like, you know what? I want the Sixers to win, but these are too good parlay odds. I took the Pacers because the Bucks are basically an infirmary at this point, and then the Timberwolves because T-Wolves in 4, baby.
True.
And so, yeah, the Clippers, they got lucky.
The Clippers are sharp.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Listen, they're a parlay killer. That team scares me. If I'm gonna we won't play them unless the Lakers win, which they won't. So we're okay because Jokic's gonna put them away tonight or tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, right? Tonight or tomorrow night, Nate?
They play tonight. That is correct. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Nuggets by 20.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Bye, Bron. All right.
I believe.
The only thing is, I wish is we could have been the ones to put him away. I'm done with this. Anthony Davis and him, LeBron. It's just basketball, dude. It's what you're paid for. It's your legacy. You're not a mogul. You're a mogul because of basketball. Michael Jordan isn't a fashion icon or a sneaker icon. He's a sneaker icon because he's the greatest basketball player of all time. He's not a gambling icon because, it's these dudes are because of the sport they play. And Anthony Davis, bro, somebody's got to tell his stylist to take a break, bro. Seriously. Like,
he doesn't look that bad.
Bro, I don't get that. Modern fashion blows. But then again, I'm a redneck.
Okay.
Leave me alone. But, AD to me is the way I look at Cat, but Cat's on my team. But I'm like, bro, like, what? I was like, Jamal Murray made a shot. It's like, bro, just be like, he made a hell of a shot. It's unfortunate. We switched over. I was in the right spot. He's made the right shot. That's all you got to say. You don't have to be like a sore loser and put the mic down. It's like, fucking freaking damn it.
Not to go off subject, but I think the most mature player in the playoffs so far has been Tyrese Maxey. I know, Chris, you mentioned the Sixers and Embiid being the sore loser that he is at times, but I've seen Maxey in his post-game interviews. He's very mature. Like Jared just said, we lost the game. We got to do better. Just stuff like that. But he takes it to a level where it's like, okay,
Maxey's the future.
This guy's
He's the only string of hope I've ever had with this team. And like the way he presents himself, like the way he plays, the way he is on and off the court, it's like, is Embiid, like, you're a veteran, dude. Like, you should be the one teaching this, not learning from a 23-year-old kid.
Chris, the good news is you have draft picks. Like, you're not the Suns. You have draft picks.
It's true. Honestly, dude, like, not to bounce back on the Sixers, but they're saying they're going to get Paul George in the summer. That's the favorite. I don't want him. He's going to be 35 with a max deal. I don't want him. Speaking of Clippers, though, because we're talking about the Clippers, a bunch of rejects on that team. A bunch of rejects came together to win the finals.
They're
together.
like the anti-Suns. That's what
it's so funny. It's James Harden, reject, never won one.
Vet, baby.
Russell Westbrook, reject, never won one. Paul George, reject, never won one. Kawhi Leonard has a couple, but, I guess I'll put him aside.
Give them all like the emo like wigs and all the black clothing, and they could be like the All-American Rejects 2.0 of the NBA.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. We got to move on. But final thoughts. I'm just going to say this quick. This is going to be a 7-game series. I'm totally for it.
I'm too.
We can just skip the Bucks and Pacers. Just put the just like every hunt my friends and I have ever been on. Just put a bullet in the Bucks head and call it a night. This season's over. The problem is
I don't fear the deer at all.
Middleton's playing out of his mind. Bobby Portis has lost his marbles, and I don't think Giannis is going to see the court until next year. So call it a day. Buck hunt over. Pacers win. Moving on to the next round. Now, Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Play the song, baby. I'm all about the Magic. I love it. Dude, like, I love watching the Magic play because they're like Timberwolves East without Ant. Like, they're like they're like a more balanced Timberwolves team, a lot younger, like a lot more athletic. And they just play like a very similar style of ball to Minnesota, and it's very fun. And also, I love their social media team with that stupid Orlando Magic song. That's just catchy. So
yeah, I'm rocking. I'm gotta go the opposite way, man. Like I like the Magic. I do. Obviously, I root for Fultz. He had a short tenure here in Philly, but like, I'm all about Believe Land, dude. Like, bring it back to Cleveland. Come on,
believer. Nah, never mind.
Wait, you want to try that one again, Matt?
No.
I believe
in the Cleveland Believaliers.
Boo.
Boo.
Ooh.
That was
T-shirt.
I wouldn't recommend it.
T-shirt. Add it to the merch.
This is why I've been hesitant to like give up control of merch because of ideas like that.
Dude, I'll tell you what, dude. You know what? I'll get to later in the show, dude. I want to tell my bar story real quick.
Yeah, well, that'll be our final call. That'll be our last call. Now we're gonna bring back the last call.
Okay, cool. All right,
We haven't had it in 2 years. We're gonna bring it back for Crazy Night. All right,
let's go.
All right, so quick notes, quick. Tank Dell shooting update. Tank Dell is involved in a shooting in Florida. He's recovering. He's okay. Minor injuries. He's in good spirits. This dude can catch a break, but he's apparently okay. Zeke signed a 1-year deal with the Cowboys. Travis Kelce, 2-year extension with the Chiefs, making the highest paid tight end. He will probably finish his career in Kansas City. Christian Barmore, 4-year extension with the Bills, $92 million over, I believe, 4 years, right, Nate?
Yeah, 4 years with the Patriots, $92 million. Yes, sir.
All righty. That wraps it up for our update.
One more that happened about.
Oh yeah, Mekhi Becton's an Eagle.
No. There's 2 more. There's one that just happened about 5 minutes ago. It's very small. The Raiders
break it.
The Raiders have signed Michael Gallup to a 1-year deal worth up to $3 million.
I like it.
Raiders.
I like it.
So they cut Renfro for him.
Dude,
well, also he's a lot cheaper. Wait, is Renfro still a free agent?
That is correct.
I didn't even know they cut Renfro.
Me too.
Dude, why is my face so zoomed in?
Because you're on a phone camera.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like that. Oh yeah, because it's on the square now. How do I go back to the rectangle camera?
You turn it
Your
sideways.
head kind of looks thinner, but like longer.
There it is.
Up. Nah.
Okay.
There I am.
The NFL draft right now. Okay, so we'll talk about this quick because there's a couple teams that we're going to ignore from this ranking. Cleveland Browns had 5 picks. None of them made sense. Now, we'll go in quick. We'll go in and grade our teams. We'll go around the horn. Everybody gets to grade their own team quickly. 1-sentence explanation, and then we'll go into each team. We'll go around the horn, 31-sentence explanation each. So I'll start with mine. Philadelphia Eagles get an A-. I love Quinyon Mitchell. He's Darius Slay with Devin Witherspoon's physicality. I love it. Cooper DeJean, best nickel corner in the draft. Great. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., amazing. You guys could have gotten way better. Day 2, you guys annoyed the hell out of me. Like DeJean, wasn't a big fan of the pass rusher they grabbed out of D3 State, whatever the hell this guy's name was. Love Jeremiah Trotter on day 3. Love Johnny Wilson, a 6'6" receiver, runs a 4.5. Ridiculous. Loved it. Love the kid out of A&M too. Fast as a rocket. There's a lot of depth. Also, we went and got John Ross to go to our rookie camp. Eagles receiver room's going to be fine. I give the Eagles an A-. Not a bad start. I wish you went and took James Williams to play either linebacker or safety. Would have been a great fit for y'all. But what do I know? I just watch way too much football. Nate, what do you think of your Giants?
Yeah, man. I'll give him a B. I like Neighbors, like Nubin. It's just the picks after that. Kind of shaky. Andre Phillips, the corner from Kentucky. Yeah. The corner from Kentucky. He's we needed that outside corner, but we got he mainly plays a slot. We got a tight end from Penn State and Johnson, who isn't really much of anything but a vertical threat. He needs to get better. We got a running back who barely transitioned to that position like last year in Tyron Tracy. Other than Neighbors and Nubin, I'm pretty okay with the rest of the class. So I'll give it a B.
All right,
Go Neighbors.
Maddie, 30 seconds. Your Jets.
All right, B+. I was not at all happy at first with the offensive lineman picked at 11. We really needed a receiver or playmaker, so I was really hoping if you can't get the top 3 guys, then maybe they go Brock Bowers. So at first, I hated the pick. After sleeping on it and understanding, like, all right, you know what? Let's break it down. They really do need offensive line depth because the guys that they have starting can get hurt at any time. And this is good depth piece. So I was able to accept the pick. I love Malachi Corley. That is a yards after catch king. That's going to be an amazing slot guy for us. Braylon Allen will be a solid RB2 for us behind Brees. And Jordan Travis, who I've been telling you guys, or I don't know how many times, how long, I wanted him to get picked in like the 5th round or whatever it was going to be. I wanted him to be the quarterback for us, sit behind Rodgers for 2 years. We got him. So I give him a solid B+. It wasn't out of the park, but it was great.
Awesome. Nate. Nate. Chrissy, last but not least. What do you think of our birds, baby? Go Birds. Celine DeJean. DeJean Sharp.
Cooper Sharp, dude. Jared, I'm also going with an A-. We filled in a lot of spots that needed to be filled. We helped out a very damaged secondary from last season, taking Mitchell and DeJean. I love the Jeremiah Trotter pick. Legacy lives on. Father got drafted in 98, played for the Birds. It's good to have his son here. I know we grabbed the linebacker from, it says Houston Christian. What's his name? Jalex Hunt?
Jalex Hunt. I mean, I liked his tape. He's a freak athlete. It's just like we took him way too early.
And then I saw we got Will Shipley, which I think is going to be like a sneaky good pick for us. You can never have too many running backs.
Boston Scott?
I've heard. Some Cowboys fan tweeted this guy could be McCaffrey 2.0, but I'm not going to jump there yet.
Did want a better 40 time than McCaffrey, so
yeah. Well, I'm going to ride with A-. I can't bump him up to an A or an A+. It'd be too biased, but I feel like A- fits them. And we got who? We got Beckham from the Jets, signed him 1-year deal,
and John Ross. I can't stress how much I want this to happen. John Ross was my favorite players coming out of UW, and the Bengals wasted him. Then he goes to a garbage can organization in the Giants who waste him even more. And then he goes to a team that has no way to use fast receivers, jokingly, obviously, in the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go down the list here. We're going to start in the desert with Arizona. Notable draft picks include Marvis Harrison Jr., Darius Robinson, Max Melton, just to name a few. I'm giving them a B even. I love Marvin Harrison. I love Darius Robinson. Those first 3 picks are all great. After that, it's a lot of – and Trey Benson, awesome. But then after that, they kind of tail off. The only guy I liked who they picked was they went and got my boy Jaden Davis out of Miami in the 7th round. Very athletic corner for the Hurricanes. It's kind of a nice sleeper, sneaky pick. But most of their picks after Trey Benson were kind of like, eh. Go around the horn. Nate, give a grade. Cardinals.
Yeah, I give him a B. Love Harrison. Robinson's going to be a good edge in the NFL. I do like the tight end Tip Riemann from Illinois. He's going to be good. He's underrated.
Interesting name. Matt, quick, one sentence. Cardinals.
B+. I like their first 4 picks, and like you said, after you get past Benson, Adams, Riemann, Jones, it is what it is. It's a team with a lot of holes, but I feel like they plugged some up in the first 4, so I give them about a B+.
All right. This next one is getting a D+ for me. That's the Atlanta Falcons. As Chris is going to go next. Chrissy, Cardinals, rip it.
Marvin Harrison Jr., great pick, top 5 receiver. Rest of the guys, assuming they're good, don't know anything. I'm learning.
All right. You know what? Actually, we'll do this a little amended here. I will grade. You guys react, and you guys see if you agree or disagree. So
Deal.
I will grade this way. At least I don't need you guys to be pulling your draft prospects out. I realize it's not fair to you guys.
Good deal.
All right. Hell, damn good deal. We're quoting Inglourious Bastards. It is a great show already. All right. Atlanta Falcons, D+. I love the Michael Penix pick. Just 10 picks too early.
Michael Penis.
Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons social media. Nate, if you can get this up on screen, I will literally pay you.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Here's the problem.
He didn't say
I
how much,
love
so
the
blank
idea.
check.
I loved it. But here's the problem. That if they just did that pick and had an average draft, they give them a C+. Their picks afterward make no sense. I don't like any of these players. I mean, I don't mind Jace McClellan out of Alabama. Saw a little scat back. Here we go.
Oh, damn. Michael's dumb.
Officially from the Atlanta Falcons social media, it was deleted afterward. Hilarious.
Why would they post that?
This
I
is
know words,
amazing.
man.
Kind of looks like he's got a fucking he's got a penis hanging there. Didn't mean to swear.
Yeah,
but
damn
it
it,
was
Matt.
record time.
You know the deal.
Dude, he's just I don't know. He's just sitting there, dude. Balls out.
All right, Nate, that is goat stuff, my friend. Thank you. Shout
Michael's
out to
penis.
You got it.
to being quick on the draw. All right, yeah, Atlanta, not a fan of the thing. Let's go on the horn, boys. You agree? Atlanta with a D+.
I agree. They should have addressed a different position in the first round, whether it's corner or edge rusher like Dallas Turner. Instead, they reached for a quarterback who's going to sit for apparently 4 to 5 years.
I think 2 or less.
Realistically, yeah, but it's
I have a
just,
weird theory. Kirk's only got about a year or 2 left in him. Maddie, how do you grade Falcons? You agree with my D+?
Yeah, that's fair. I think it was a horrendous draft. In all honesty, I don't think Penix was necessary for them at that position. Like Nate said, need an edge rusher, cornerback. So I just they reached on a lot of picks. I'll just leave it at that.
Alrighty, Chrissy, finish us strong here.
Yeah, I don't understand I like Penix. I don't understand the pick for the Falcons. Like Nate said, you could have had Dallas Turner. I had Dallas Turner in my mock draft, as many. It just doesn't make sense for a guy to just sit there a couple years under Kirk Cousins. But again, I guess he's going to be the guy of the future. But we'll see. I'm riding with the D+.
All right, we're riding down the Flocktown Ravens. First pick was Nate Wiggins. Ross Gardner in the second round. Isaac out of Penn State. Sleeper pick to me, Tez Walker, and a few more. I'm going to give them an A- as well. I'm agreeing actually with PFF here. Love the Tez Walker pick. I think this dude is a better route running Quez Watkins, where he has the same drop problem as Quez does, but freak athlete speed, vertical, pulling yards. Love the TJ Tampa draft pick. And obviously I like Ross Gardner and Isaac because they're great project picks. Nate Wiggins fits that scheme perfectly. Off-ball coverage, can just attack downhill and use his speed and athleticism. I love it.
Yeah, but
so I give him an A-.
I will agree. I love Dev Walker. I feel like he's a good replacement for Odell, who left. So Baltimore's receiving room looks pretty good.
It's like replacing an old like beat up Corvette with like a supercharged Z06. So, like there's a little bit of a difference speed wise, but yeah. Maddie, Chrissy, what are you guys thinking about the Ravens draft?
I give it like a B+. I like Wiggins and Rosengarten. I just wish they took wide receiver a little earlier than they did. But I mean, overall, I think it was a solid draft.
There we go. All right, and Chrissy, what do you think about the Ravens getting Nate Wiggins, grabbing TJ Tampa?
I love it. I would say I love it for them just because the Ravens always know how to draft. Like they always do. They always get guys that they need in their positions. I think Nate Wiggins is going to be a baller. They got a replacement for Odell, who had a horrendous year. I don't know. I'll go with a B+ too. They're always one of those teams, like the Eagles most recent years, that just know how to draft. So, yeah, I'll go with the B+.
Next up, Buffalo Bills. All right, I do love their first two picks. Keon Coleman. I loved his raw talent, but also I'm just realizing Jordan Travis had two monster receivers to throw to in Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman. Like, their average height is 6'5" and average weight about 220. That's insane for receivers. Cole Bishop, second round, and Ray Davis out of Kentucky in the fourth. I'm going to give him a B. I love Keon Coleman for Josh Allen's skill set. I think he's going to have a good role. I think he's more of a DK Metcalf than people want to give him credit for. I think Ray Davis is going to be a nice compliment to James Cook. And Cole Bishop is a very underrated prospect. I had him as my sleeper in the safety class. Obviously, Nate's Giants took my number one safety. But yeah, it was a good pick overall. Wish they used a little more of their late round picks, but also give them a B for it.
Yeah, I agree. B is a good grade. I do like Javon Solomon, the edge rusher they got in the 5th round. He led the FBS in sacks in 2023, by the way. He's a good pass rusher. Was questioned by the guard choice in round 7 from England, Travis Clayton, but hey, you can't be perfect, so solid draft by the Bills.
I like what you said. B is a good grade for them. I love the Keon Coleman pick for them, and I actually had them taking them in the first round before they traded back twice. So the fact that they were to trade back twice and still get Coleman, I like it. Other than that, I think the best pick they had, Frank Gore Jr. as an undrafted free agent. I think he could be a beast, and I'm really upset that he was going to Buffalo, and I hope he goes on the practice squad and doesn't clear waivers.
All right, Chrissy.
Yeah, sweet man. I don't have much to say, dude. But spot on, dude. I don't know, dude. I just hit my foot. God damn it.
All right, you need a second, Chris?
Yeah, I just spilled my dinner on the floor. That's my lo mein. You got to be kidding me.
All right, I'll let Chrissy figure his life out right now. All right, we'll move on. We'll let him chill. Panthers. I'm giving him a C+. I love the Leggett pick. I'm very high on him and his accent. Jonathan Brooks, the speedy running back out of Texas. Love it. And Jatavion Sanders, who's my second favorite tight end in this draft. It's not a bad pickup. I wish they used a little more. Trevin Wallace they could have done better with the linebacker pick. They kind of reached on Wallace out of Kentucky. He was my 7th-ranked linebacker. Not a bad draft. They could have easily waited to the first pick in the second round to get Leggett. I understand the extra year of control. It makes sense. So I'll give him the C+ then.
Yeah, I would raise it to like a B-. I really am high on Jonathan Brooks. I know Leggett, with his accent, it's cool to have on the team. I'm very high on also Jatavion Sanders, the tight end from Texas. He's after Bowers, the best tight end in the draft. So excited to see him play with Bryce Young and see how the Panthers do on offense this year.
Yeah. I agree. I'm going to give him a B as well. I like the Leggett move, the fact that they traded in to get him, adding him to that receiver core with Adam Thielen. And then Jonathan Brooks, I think, was probably the best running back in that class, or one of the best running backs in that class. I like Trevin Wallace, and like you said, Jatavion Sanders being right behind Brock Bowers. I like their first 4 picks, so I give them a B. All
right, we're moving on. Dallas Cowboys. We already skipped the Cleveland Browns because I said they were booty cheap.
Make that quick. Terrible draft.
Cowboys B- is what PFF gave them. I'm giving them a C. Love the Cooper Beebe pick, one of the top-rated guards in the draft. Tyler Guyton, they reached on they easily could have had the kid out of Duke. They could have had a bunch of other guys. They could have traded up and gotten a tackle. They waited and got a project out of Guyton. Not a fan. There was a bunch of edge rushers also available at 56 when they took Marshawn Keeland out of Western Michigan. Once again, I did like the Maris Luyafu out of Notre Dame. He was a physical freak. That one I was okay. That and the BB pick redeemed their score. I think Guyton and Nealand were kind of like reaches. So give him a C. Even score. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't great.
They could have done so much better. I give him a D. I'm sorry. It's just you reach on Guyton. You could have got Jackson Powers-Johnson. You reached for Nealand in the second round. You didn't get a running back because you believe Ezekiel Elliott is the solution, which they just signed, like you mentioned earlier, Jared. You could have got a younger running back, Blake Corum or just somebody, but instead you opt for no running back. The rest of his guys look so I'll give him a D, to be honest. I did not like the draft whatsoever.
It's not great.
I agree with Nate. You completely reached on Guyton. Like the guy from Duke, and like you said, Jackson Powers-Johnson was just a better option. You reached on Nealand. I like BB. I just think they're trying to be like a Bill Belichick, where they just take these random guys thinking they're going to be diamonds in the rough, so it makes them look genius. But Jerry Jones is a terrible drafter. And like you said, no running back. D.
All righty. Denver Broncos lead off with Bo Nix. Notable also, they got Troy Franklin. They're giving him a P. And I did like the Jonah Elias pick out of Utah. And Chris Abrams-Duran out of Missouri. Not terrible. They're giving him an A-. I'm giving this a B-. I think they reached on Bo Nix. I think they did it just to play chicken with the Vikings. I like the Troy Franklin pick in round 4. Wild that he fell that far. Wild. But I think he's going to be a phenomenal receiver in Denver. I think that being said, it's a B- for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's fair. I do like Audric Estime, the running back they got in the 5th round. I do have one question for you, Jared. I know you said Bo Nix was a reach, but do you feel like they had to do it because if it didn't go?
Totally.
Okay.
It was a victim of the moment thing, but it does not excuse bad drafting.
100%. Okay. Yeah, I agree with the grade for sure. I'm glad that Nix or Franklin are together again. It's just the power of friendship, I guess, per se.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, I give him. I like it as a solid B. Like, it's weird because like I do as well. I think they reached hard on Bo Nix. Like, maybe the JJ McCarthy was the guy, but they went with Bo Nix because he was taken. But at the same time, I feel like they had to take Bo Nix because I don't think he would have lasted too much longer. I think the Giants or somebody could have traded back in to take him, if anything. But I love that they paired him with Troy Franklin. So for that, I'll give him a B.
All right. Detroit Lions. Motor City Dan Campbell, brother. Chris's favorite coach's favorite coach. Terrion Arnold and Ernest Ragusna Jr. I cannot pronounce that name correctly. That is what gets them an A, apparently, on PFF. I give them a B+. They definitely reached on Giovanni Manu out of University of British Columbia. Sion Vaki, who is a running back and safety. They have him as safety. I don't like a lot of their picks, but their 2 first picks were so good that it brings it up. I'll give it a B+. I think it's good. They addressed their biggest need, which is secondary. I wish they went and grabbed another edge rusher, but obviously you can't have it all. But I'll give the Lions a B+ here.
Yeah, it's like they got their 2 corners they needed and then just had fun in the rest of the draft. They got the offensive tackle who needs development. You got Sione Vaki, Wingo, Mahogany, who I really love. I don't know how he fell to the 6th round, but yeah, B+ is solid. It's just that they had fun in this draft. I feel like Detroit did. They had some fun.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I agree. I give it a B. I love Terrion Arnold and then Ines Rakestraw Jr. So they got their cornerback thing done. The defense is the biggest need. But like Nate said, it's weird because I think the Lions are the one team that could piece this together if anybody were to piece this together. Like they take a guy with no tape. Giovanni Manu, that was a huge, I don't know. And then it's just wild what they did. I love Mekhi Wingo, obviously, but like it's insane with Sion Vaki and Giovanni Manu. So I'll give them a B because they hit on the first 2. The rest is just like I'm actually excited to see if they put this together.
There you go. All right, Christy, I know obviously the drafting thing, but they got
prayers are with
light up cornerbacks in the beginning. So do you agree with my pick with the Lions? Their 2 biggest issues last year were corner and edge rusher. You think they did okay with 2 good corners first overall? 2 picks?
I think so. I mean, the Terrion Arnold, I know he was a big hit coming out. He's supposed to be. They traded up for him, right? Where did they trade up to?
No, they didn't have to trade up. No, they traded up like 1-2 slots for Arnold, I think. Right?
Okay. I mean, look, it's a good pick. I know they lost CJGJ. I know he's safety, but corner safeties are different. But I assume it's good. I mean, sounds like a good addition. Detroit is going to keep getting better. They're a young team. They're going to keep progressing. I still can't believe I spilled my chicken lo mein all over the floor.
All right, rest in peace to his chicken.
Don't worry, my cat ate some.
On behalf of the entire
Neil Patrick Harris, the GOAT.
Yeah, he hasn't moved in 20 minutes.
On the behalf of the entire Ordazzo family household, which is just me, my wife, and this dog behind me going to town on this bone. Our thoughts and prayers are with your lo mein. If you need if you need some sauce, I got some in the freezer. I can ship to you. I'm just not gonna call it gravy. I don't know what you do over there.
Dude, you know what's funny? Now I have to heat up Dino Nuggets. That's like my number 2.
That's a win, brother.
Dude, I was gonna make
Dino Nuggets and ketchup is like a classic.
Dude,
I should go in the Hall of Fame.
No fancy. Dino Nuggets and Chipotle aioli. That's what you got to do.
Dude, either that or kids cuisine. One of the 2.
Wow.
My man is
some heavy hitters going right now.
I love it.
Dude, I gotta.
This is perfect. You have me and Nate and Matt, who are the draft nerds, and you get the everyman's look at the draft.
You just brought me back to like
college football. Chrissy,
9 years old in 2004.
What happened?
I was waiting for Matt to finish.
Okay.
Oh, I just feel like you said Dino Nuggets and kids cuisine. I just feel like I'm back in 2004 right now.
It's amazing.
I shouldn't have to pay this mortgage.
It is awesome. All we need now is he needs to pull out some like Capri Suns and just go to town.
Been there. So good.
All right. I'm gonna say is Chris, I think we may have found your angle with this. You give us the everyman's term because listen, me and Nate and Matt to an extent are nerds about this shit. Matt's in his 2nd year of college football obsession. You're in your 1st. We're going to work this together, but honestly, I think we have it. So we're going to give Chrissy's going to get his everyman's grade. That's what we're going to call it. Because, Chris, you represent 98% of football fans who aren't like me and Nate and watching 75 hours of freaking tape every year. Me and Nate's lives, okay?
Yeah.
Me and Nate could sit back and do like an A film session. You and Matt actually have fun.
Yeah,
I would love to be a nerd like you guys. I just have a lawn to mow.
I don't have that attention span to be a nerd. My YouTube.
Oh, I just get either like embedded with vitamins, as Pat McAfee calls it, or alcoholic beverages. That's how I keep the focus. All right, Green Bay Packers, Ty Schmidt's team, coming in at a B+ on PFF. I am giving them a B+ as well, honestly. I did not like the Jordan Morgan pick. That could have got him at pick 38, or 45 at this point. But I seriously think they should have took A.D. Mitchell, but that was like a slam dunk for them, but they missed on that. Edgerrin Cooper, love the pick. Fits with Quay Walker in that system. Javon Bullard, my favorite safety in this draft. The most versatile out of all of them. And Marshawn Lloyd at USC. Absolutely incredible player. Went and drafted a bunch of just depth guys afterward, like Evan Williams, Jacob Mock. Packers had a solid draft. Wasn't incredible, but it works. Nate, what's your thoughts on Packers? Think I'm on the point with B+?
Oh, yeah, same thing. I mean, you mentioned, I think Cooper was one of your top linebackers when we ranked them recently, Jared. So, yeah. So, I mean, to get him in the second round, that's good. Morgan was kind of a reach, but overall, nothing too spectacular, and that's how the Packers roll. You know, they don't get the flashy picks. They just get the solid picks.
Yeah, and that's why they haven't – I'm not like I can talk. I'm a Jets fan, but that's why they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009 or whenever the last one was, or 2010 or 11. So, like 11. Listen – this team needs a wide receiver. Christian Watson has been hurt the last couple of years. What was the other one? Romeo
Dobbs, yeah.
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs hurt as well. I mean, you're relying on Jayon Reed. There's another guy I'm forgetting. Jayon Reed.
Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson. No, that's the three.
There's three. Yeah, you need a receiver. You have one guy that can stay on the field, and you take your reach on this Arizona tackle in the first round. I love Edgerrin Cooper, Javon Bullard, and Marshawn Lloyd. I love it. I give you a B- because the one position you needed, which you have not done for Aaron Rodgers and you are not doing for Jordan Love, is giving him a receiver. Why don't you get him a receiver in free agency? Oh, wait, you didn't. That's what the draft was for. You didn't either. This is why you're not going to get over the hump. Who's he going to throw to when they go down? You're going to bring Sammy Watkins back? Yeah, you're going to bring Sammy Watkins back? Or...
Give us our everyman's perspective.
Wait, so my everyman's perspective,
that is how you look at the Packers draft for reaching on a guard and drafting a bunch of okay.
Receiver. Makes sense. Very stupid. Like you guys were talking about, again, Packers have not had a guy receiving wise in years. It's funny, they kind of avoid getting the positions they need to get.
It's like they like mediocrity.
Yeah, but they somehow end up doing well. They went to the second round this year, but
they do
who
well.
knows?
But does it matter how many years you do well, or does it matter when you win?
Morgan's currently the backup left tackle, by the way.
That's what those Dino Nuggets are telling me, dude. 'Cause I'm about to start winning.
I mean, I get I'm a Jets fan, but I'm just saying, like, I'm also a fan in general.
Fair.
And doing well is great. Let's win.
Okay. All right. Quick, we'll blow through the Houston Texans. No real notable picks of late. Kamari Landstar at Georgia. Athletic player, Blake Fisher, Notre Dame. Project. Kalen Bullock, USC. Project. Kate Stover, Ohio State. Okay. Texans didn't really do anything. I won't waste you guys' time with this one.
Are they going to win the division?
I'm going to give it a NA, not available, because honestly, I'm sitting looking at this. I'm like, who? All right. Moving on to DJ's team. My first A+ of the night. Indianapolis Colts, baby. Woo! Man, this gives me Ric Flair vibes. I am hyped for DJ, man. Not only did he get Latu at 15, who honestly, as a rotation edge rusher to go with DeVorest Buckner, amazing. You get a Donnie Mitchell at pick 52. Mind blown how he fell this far. And shout out to Chris Ballard for saying what we all think. NFL scouts and GMs who spread rumors about players to drop their value are scumbags. They all are. Except Howie. We love you, Howie. I also love Anthony Gould at Oregon State. Impressive tape. Go back and look at it. He's sleepy. He's kind of like a little bit of an underrated possession receiver. I like his tape. Jalen Charles out of Missouri and Jalen Simpson. Back-to-back safeties named Jalen, but spelled differently. Out of Auburn. They got a lot of depth in the defensive backfield. Address the offensive line in the third and fourth rounds. The first two rounds alone get you an A-. The depth that they grabbed in the second through the seventh round, give it A+ to me. First A+ of the night. Nate, Maddie, give me your analysis, and Chrissy, give us your everyman's terms, because honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to what Chris is going to say about this.
I love Goncalves, the third rounder. He can play both sides of the ball in terms of left tackle or right tackle. You mentioned Latu Mitchell are great picks as well. And Indianapolis, hell of a draft. Really good draft.
Yeah, I think this was an awesome draft. I mean, they had incredible value with Latu Latu at number 15. And like you said, Adonai Mitchell slipping to 52 is insane. I like Matt Goncalves as well out of Pittsburgh. And then they just took a lot of depth. Like they filled out the offensive line in third and fourth round. They added some defensive back depth as well. I thought they hit it out the park. So I give them an A.
This put them into second place for me in the division, because I kind of had Jacksonville because we do our preview show. By the way, boys, it looks like we're hosting the football preview show for Belly Up. I'm putting in a bid for us to host. We'll have guests, but we're hosting. Us four knuckleheads, we're hosting.
Listen, I'm 1 for 1 with bids. I won my OJ autograph, so put me in this one.
May I go naked on stream?
No.
If you have a loincloth on, yes.
Okay.
You can wear a toga or nothing under it, but as long as it's toga.
Chris, just show up in a toga.
Okay. Can I order one?
Yes.
I have to order one. Probably have to order one.
With the random stat of the day, I love
it. What cones are we talking about? Waffle,
that is true.
Regular.
Their center they grabbed in
regular
round 3 did.
Yeah, and the dollar store cones, or are we talking like?
That's the agility drill, and he broke Jason Kelsey's record. Jason's had that record since August 2011.
All right, so if you ever been to Milkcraft and you get the bubble cone, that's what he did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he gets one time out for the
I didn't hear him like too well.
I just my brain had to restart itself after that sentence. All right, Chrissy, give us the everyman's terms. What was your thoughts on the Colts with AD Mitchell and Latu?
Dude, Mitchell was a great pick. Sounded like a steal. Sounds like that guy was going high in the draft. And what was the other dude's name? Plato?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, Plato. I had him. I don't forget who I had him going to, but I think I had him going like later in the first round.
I think you had him going to Jacksonville. Nate, I don't know if you could pull up Chris's mock draft.
Yeah, I think I had him going to Jacksonville. But it's a good pick for the Colts. Latu is gonna be a good pick for them.
And don't forget Tanner Tortellini.
Good for DJ. What's up?
Tanner Tortellini at center.
Yeah, Mr. Tennis Balls. But yeah, I mean, happy for DJ. A+ all around. Go Colts.
Yeah. I think the Colts honestly are going to be a wild card team this year if they keep it and healthy. All right, we're going to do Jacksonville rapid fire because honestly their draft made my brain hurt. I did love the Brian Thomas pick at 1. I think he was my most underrated receiver in the draft. Dude is a missile with legs and is just going to be a matchup nightmare going downhill. I did like Jordan Jefferson in the 4th round. I thought he was a very underrated interior rusher. Jerry Jones out of Florida State isn't bad either. The problem is I got to watch him against Miami, and I watched him get beat by some average receiver play at Miami. So that being said, I'm going to give him an incomplete because a lot of these guys are a little like blank to me. I did like the Killian Robinson pickup in round 5. That was interesting to me. I'm going to give it an incomplete. You guys don't have to react to if you don't want to. But Brian Thomas was kind of like the main thing. I was like, they got a burner finally. I want to see Lawrence huck the ball now. He's got to chuck it deep now.
They drafted a kicker.
Yes, Christy. They drafted a kicker.
Yeah, when I got that text from Nate,
his name is Cam Little, and he's from Arkansas, and I just think of Little Rock, Arkansas, and they got Cam Little.
All right, well, I'll tell you this, dude. If DJ can get me that guy's jersey, I'll wear it loud and proud, dude. Kickers win football games.
This is the Jaguars.
Dang right, Chris.
Wait, never mind. We're on the Jaguars. Oh,
I'm jagging off.
I'm jagging off hard right now, dude. As soon as I saw that text, jagging to the core, dude. I'm getting this dude's jersey. I'm looking it up right now.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do a customized Cam Little jersey.
Cam Little, yeah, here we go.
Third best kicker in the draft. He's the third best one in the draft.
We're moving on. Maddie, Nate, any thoughts on the Jags draft?
I just like that they took 3 LSU players in the top 4 rounds.
There you go. All right, Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Thieves, rocking and rolling. They get Xavier Worthy at 28. Shouts to the Buffalo Bills for just screwing over the NFL once again. You slime balls. This is why they get knocked a letter grade. Everyone's wondering why I was so rough on the Bills. You gave Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. You
Yep.
Monsters.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
I did like the Jerry Wiley pick, tight end out of TCU. Very underrated tape. And Jaden Hicks, my favorite safety out of Washington State. Dude is basically Malcolm Jenkins with a hit stick. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player to pair with who is their safety that they have right now? Crap, what's his name? Came out of Houston, I think.
It's not Reed, is it?
Yeah, Jaron Reed. Yeah. Okay. Going with Reed. All right. Chris's favorite imitation. The Raiders. I'm going to give it an A-. Okay? I love the Brock Bowers pick. You pick the best available player when the guy you want ain't there.
Dude, it's Bronco clock time.
It's Bronco clock. And then they get Jackson Powers Johnson. Love it.
What a name.
And then they get DeMar Glaze. Yes, that is the name. Out of Maryland. Actually, a decent tackle prospect.
I think they
get a corner out of it. They get to Kamarian Richardson out of Mississippi State. By the way, the Raiders Twitter account tweeted out speed kills with that. And with the whole Henry Ruggs thing, maybe it wasn't a smart idea. But Richardson is honestly a very good corner, very fast, very athletic, fits the Raider brand. They also did get Tommy Eichenberg out of Ohio State, was actually very underrated. I had him as a sleeper and a couple other things. Yes, this was the tweet from the Las Vegas Raiders that was subsequently deleted very fast. Nate, thank you for the clutch screen grab.
They meant Coke, right?
Jesus Christ.
Chris.
I gave them an A-. I think Bowers, Johnson, and Richardson and Glaze, their first four picks were so good that it allowed them to kind of get away with kind of falling off in the back end of the draft. I wish they addressed the quarterback, but I guess they're going to wait till next year.
Jeez.
Yeah. JPJ, he can play both guard and center. Good for the Raiders.
Very similar to Cam Jurgens, where he can play both positions. That was what I liked about it.
I love this draft for the Raiders. I agree with you with the A. It's just beautiful to see a Raiders draft post Mike Mayock, because Mike Mayock,
Mayock is like me and Chris knocking back a 30 rack and trying to do a fantasy draft.
Some of the horrendous drafts. He drafted so bad, it actually made Jerry Jones look pretty decent. And
Cleveland Farrell, who's on his fifth team, I think under his
Cleveland Farrell, number 3 overall.
He was even the best pass rusher on his own team.
Doesn't he always have he used to do the mock drafts, but didn't he always have bad mock drafts?
Yeah. When he was on NFL Network, he had crappy mock drafts too. He got run out of Detroit because he was so bad. That was Matt Millen.
No. So Brock Powers, fantastic pick. Somebody I thought should have went to the Jets or sooner. Went to the Raiders. Jackson Powers Johnson, Delmar Glaze. You guys just one thing the Raiders needed besides defense was offensive line help. They addressed that. They get Bowers to go with Michael Mayer. Solid draft for them. A. I agree with A.
All right. Next up, Chrissy, any reactions to your Raiders?
I think I like the draft. They definitely drafted by names. They picked the funniest names and said, hey, you're going to play for the Raiders. I would do the same thing if I had that opportunity to. Drunk or sober, it doesn't matter. Dude, I love the Raiders so much just because of the chant. Good draft all around. Jackson Powers is the pick, dude. I'm getting his jersey too. I got 2 jerseys up.
All right,
I need to save up for my own team's jersey. It's $175.
I'm broke, dude.
Olympic fashion.
Fashion.
Okay, fair enough.
Matt's still better. We shouldn't bring that up yet. We'll skip the Jets for now because Matt's still a little better.
Nah, we can talk about him. I like the fact that Olu Fashanu gave up 1 sack in his college career, I think they said. It was a good pick.
For Chase Young or somebody out of control, a good edge rusher.
Something like that. Listen, it was a good pick. After digesting it, it was a good pick. We need the depth. It puts the whole David Bakhtiari stuff to bed, I think. But solid depth pick, which will help us out in the future.
Yes.
I'll take it.
He is compared to Teron Armstead, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but he is compared to Teron Armstead. So, yeah.
All right, Los Angeles Chargers. My second A+ of the day. I give out 4 of these. Love Joe Alt. You get 2 now. Yeah, now you have 2 All-Pro tackles. Congratulations, John. Or Jim, sorry. And then you get Ladd McConkey, Brandon Rice, and Cornelius Johnson. 3 receivers to add some depth. I did think Brandon Rice fell way too far. I don't care if he's Jerry Rice's kid. I can give 2 craps about who his dad is. Honestly, a good deep ball tracker. And Ladd McConkey is super underrated. I also think that they're going to go get some guy. Oh, apparently they're about to go get Michael Thomas. So, yeah. Allegedly, in the next 24 hours, Michael Thomas will sign with the Los Angeles Chargers.
He's a lad.
There you go. He's a lad. Love Junior Colson pick. I love the Turnell Still cornerback out of Maryland. Cam Hart at Notre Dame. Both solid players. It was a solid draft. Even their misses were okay. That's why I gave them the A+. They didn't have a bad pick in this draft. That's why I gave the Chargers an A. Nate, Maddie, what do you think?
Nope, I agree with you. Every word you said. I'm surprised. I didn't know Michael Thomas might go to the Chargers.
That's the word I'm hearing.
That's new.
I've seen multiple reports now. Problem is they're like MLF reports. They're like 50% credible, but at the same time, it's like he's not wrong a lot of the time, and I can totally see it with the fact that they need a receiver, and nobody's made an offer
They could have got Neighbors. I'm just saying, but
is it Trust Me, Bro? Is Trust Me, Bro the source?
No, it's not. It's not Adam Schefter's spoof or whatever the hell it is.
Trust Me, Bro is a big one.
All right, Maddie, thoughts on the Chargers?
Yeah, I give it A as well. Listen, I love Joe Alt at 5, his best tackle in the draft. I love Ladd McConkey. Junior Colson might be like one of their sleeper best picks in that draft. And then, like you said, Brendan Rice is a solid quality pick in the 7th round. Cornelius Johnson, just guys that are familiar with John Harbaugh. So I give them an A. I think even though they didn't take a top receiver at 5, they hit everything.
Yeah. And also, I think, honestly, maybe some change of scenery. Quentin Johnson, new head coach, believe in him, might be not the worst thing in the world. Don't sell on this kid yet. He might actually be good. All right, we'll do the Rams quickly. They went straight Florida State. They just stuck to South Florida for most of this. Verse and Fisk, and then they went Cam Kitchen in the 3rd round. Got Blake Corum out of Michigan. Brandon Jackson out of Washington State. I'll give it a B+. I loved a lot of these picks. They fit their needs. No home runs, but they're all solid.
Yeah, I like that. They got Corum, which is nice. Chris, they also drafted a kicker.
Dude.
Joshua Carty from Stanford.
Another jersey's getting up.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie. I give it an A. I think Jared Verse was a solid pick at 19. I love Brandon Fisk. And then, like you said, Cam Kitchens was, I wanted that guy so bad. I didn't even know he got drafted. I was praying for him in the 6th round. I didn't know he got drafted.
Shout out to Nate for just. He's like, wait,
sorry.
Everybody missed it. I saw people on Twitter and Instagram like, Cam Kitchens right now, and I'm like, he got drafted apparently. But listen, Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk, I love it. You lose Aaron Donald and you draft a couple guys to replace him. Blake Corum was kind of a head scratcher to me, but you know what? Hey, 2-headed running back. Kyron Williams was injured last year, so maybe that takes some extra pressure off him. Cameron Kitchens, I know Jared loves him. I think that is the best pick that they've had. I love that guy.
That dude will be an all-pro safety in 3 years.
3rd round was such a steal. I was praying
they would trade
him for him.
He is an all-pro safety in 3 years or less. Yeah, this kid can cover and he can run. I don't think they're an A, but I think it's close. All right. The next one up, Chrissy, your thoughts on the Rams? Any thoughts on the Rams going all Florida State first 2 rounds with Verse and Fisk, and then getting my boy Cammy Kitchens?
They might be attracted to Florida State or just the state of Florida in general. Rams had a good draft. I know you're really high on the Cam Kitchens guy. I watched his tape. I want the Eagles to get him. He looks unreal. He could be a steal, which I kind of hope he pans out to be. Good for the Rams.
Yeah, Rams listen. They used a 1st-round pick, guys. The last time they used a 1st-round pick, Chris, I believe you're either a freshman in high school or in middle school still.
It was probably
Jared Goff.
It's probably pre-puberty. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
2016. I don't want to know where you were. I was in college.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was. Where was I, dude?
I was a junior in college. Me and Matt were juniors in college.
Freshman. I was freshman or sophomore in high school, dude. I had LeBron.
And Nate, you must have been in middle school at that point, right?
That is
Jared
correct,
Goff?
yes, sir.
You gotta be.
Nate's like 23, bro. Like, Maddie, we're old men.
You've got to be absolute me right now.
He just censored himself, dude. That was amazing.
I love it. I love the quick pull of the trigger. This is great.
What was? Oh my god!
Sophomore year of high school for me. Yep, 2016. Yeah.
Sophomore year of high school.
Damn, man, you
I
old
don't want
now.
to know, Chris.
God, you guys are older brothers.
All right, yeah, all right. You know what? Yeah, we're old. All right,
Thank you for bringing us to work day, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
All
bring
right.
your kids to work day at my job last week.
Now for the draft that made my head like kind of screw itself in it a little bit. I don't understand the Chop Robinson pick. I don't understand Patrick Paul to Houston. I do love Jalen Wright at 120 to the 4. I'm giving the Miami Dolphins an incomplete because I don't understand 80% of this. This is like me trying to read a foreign language and grade it on a test. I don't understand.
Could you say possibly it's because they didn't really have a lot of needs, or do you feel like it is like just I personally
They have needs.
Okay,
They got their butt whooped by the Chiefs in the first round. And that was the worst performance the Chiefs had the entire. Chris, I like this new hairstyle, brother. The poof is working for you,
dude. My hair is just itchy, dude. I gotta I don't know what it is, dude. I gotta check for lice.
Tea tree oil shampoo will help you.
Need some head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
No,
man.
head and shoulders is basically like pouring bad chemicals in your scalp.
Dude, I use Aussie.
Attaboy.
Yeah,
Australian for balding.
It's a party from down under.
All right. Chop Robinson, I thought they reached on. Jalen Wright, I love the pick in the 4th round, but the rest of it makes my brain hurt. I'm giving them an incomplete.
I loved this draft because it was terrible. And it's the Miami Dolphins. What are you doing here, bro? All right, listen, Chop Robinson is the only draft pick I like. I think that was a little bit of a reach, but I like that pick. Is Patrick Paul and Muhammad? Nah, this is a terrible draft. I like Jalen Wright and Chop Robinson. But, man, I can't wait for this year because Miami is hurting on defense and offensive line, and they didn't take one gosh darn offensive lineman until the 2nd round, and that was it. And he sucks. I love it. Give me a freaking C-.
Ninja. I want to chop, 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 chop. Song all the way to Chinatown.
I feel like that's Chris's ringtone.
I could be ninja.
I saw that on
I'm gonna find the clip later, Chris. I got you back.
I saw that on the Bad Friends podcast.
Dude, they're my favorite, dude.
Oh my gosh. So I don't like Andrew Santino as a comedian, but him with Bobby is hilarious on the podcast.
He was great on New Heights. Like that was hysterical.
You ever see him
Jason and Travis?
You ever see him I think he was like Jeff Dahmer for Halloween, dude. Oh my god,
right.
I can't.
All right, moving
I don't
on.
know the story, but I'll probably talk to you guys about
Christy,
it.
any thoughts on the Dolphins draft pick? You want to pass on this one?
I want to be ninja. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm just singing "I Want to Be Ninja" because I heard Chop Robinson. I just heard the name Chop. I'm like, that's the first thing I thought of. Dude, I'm a blazing raisin right now, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Nice.
All right,
man.
Vikings. Vikings. I'm going to give an A-. Loved the Dallas Turner pick at 17. I'm okay with the JJ McCarthy pick. Listen, he is what he is. Loves Kyrie Jackson at 108 at round 4. Excellent pick. After that, there's a bunch of depth on the line and a kicker. William Riker out of Alabama. Chrissy, they got
best
a
kicker in the draft.
Dude, kickers are going off, dude. I love
kickers. Are people too.
Yeah,
Kickers' lives matter.
Kickers' lives matters, dude.
KLM. Wait, yes, KLM.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to think about that really hard.
T-shirt.
Any thoughts on the Vikings?
Nope. Just McCarthy is he has a good surroundings around him in terms of weapons, so good for him in Minnesota.
The Sam Chise is for now, but the forever is McCarthy. I like this draft a lot. You can argue that all these teams reached on quarterbacks, but if they did not take McCarthy at 10, he would have went to 12 at Denver. So it's just a matter of sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I like the McCarthy pick. I love the Dallas Turner pick. I love the kicker pick. I think they had a good draft. I give him an A.
Jared, your last name is spelled Klim, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's climbing off right now.
Kickers' lives indeed matter. That could be a shirt.
Oh,
was that what you were like really thinking hard about?
As much as I despise kickers,
the entire time that I was giving
I was listening to you, but I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, have you ever watched this podcast? I curse out kickers at least once a week during the football season.
The entire time I was giving my analysis, I saw Nate in the corner like, I'm like, he's not thinking about what I'm saying because I haven't even spoken.
I processed it though. It
China Nuggets, Daddy. Me too.
I know, man. Purple ketchup, yes.
Oh my god, dude! It is on a
I'm
Zoo
glad
Pal.
You remember the purple ketchup.
Zoo Pal.
Makes
on
me
a
feel
Zoo
better.
Pal.
Yo,
a Tiger Zoo Pal.
Oh my gosh, a Zoo Pal.
Throwing some OG Annie shells, mac and cheese, and we in there, bro.
Oh my god! I'm about to pull out my box TV and just like go to work on nostalgia.
Maybe a bottle of Volt. Remember that soda?
Yo!
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude.
god, I used to drink that before football games, man. Alrighty.
God, the 2000s were amazing.
Yeah, ribbit, Zoo Pal.
Yeah.
Oink, oink, Zoo Pals.
Pal.
Zoo Pals made it fun.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that my show right now?
You know what came on the other day? The original commercial for Canine Atlantics.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Wait.
They're not biting. I'm not itching. Can't wait to show you.
Oh, now okay. Now I know what
It
you're
is
talking about.
8:30. I gotta be up in 8 hours. We gotta keep
Dude,
rolling.
it's a blaze off.
All right. Drake May, North Carolina, New England Patriots. I'm giving him B+. I like the Polk pick out of Jalen Polk out of Washington. I like Javon Baker out of UCF. Explosive players. They got some offensive line depth as well. Rounds 3 and 4. Drake May, obviously, to me, is an A+ pick. And they grabbed Joe Milton for some freaking reason in round 6. Hell, Hail Mary balls right there, kids. They basically grabbed the two quarterbacks with the best arms in the draft and said, hell, we'll see which one's better. I give it a B+. I'm okay with it. Not bad.
I like the Drizzy pick. All his brothers were laughing at him. Did you see that video?
Yeah, well, one of his brothers is the reason why North Carolina Tar Heels have one title.
Yeah.
Shout out Luke.
Listen,
May.
I hate to say it, but I give the Patriots an A. I love the Drake May pick. I love the Jalen Polk pick. I like the Caden Wallace and the Layden Robinson picks as well. Javon Baker was a solid pick for them as well. I actually like the Joe Milton pick for them because if you don't hit on Drake May, at least you have another guy that you could probably hit on. So in my opinion, they drafted their quarterback of the future. You just don't know if it's going to be May or Milton. So either way, I think I give it an A. Unfortunately, as much as I hate the Patriots, I got to give them the credit.
All right, Nate.
Nope, we keep it going. I agree. Keep it going.
Chris, any thoughts?
No, I love the Drizzy pick. They got the quarterback of the future, probably. Yeah, I don't have much about it. Just
send Milton to the Giants, please.
Big Drizzy.
Yeah, so he can throw 5 interceptions a game. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tanking for whoever comes out next year. All righty.
Damn right.
New Orleans Saints. They gave him an A+ here. I'm gonna go a little lower. Give him an A-. I did love their first 3 picks though. Jalise Wongo out of Oregon State, Cooley McKistry out of Alabama, and Spencer Rattler out of South Carolina. Great picks. Oh, it's Ant.
He fell off. He's a little too big. Come on. Come on.
Where's this guy? Bring him on.
There he is. Jeez, what are you, camera shy, buddy? Come on. Come on, I'll pet you if you get up.
All righty.
All right, we should all bring our pets on stream for
He's a
one
little
episode.
hefty guy.
Yeah, we'll figure that out when Ghost wants to get his lazy butt down here.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is one kibbles away from friggin' not moving. A cat just eat.
Can you pick up Neil Patrick Harris, or does he get like squirmy?
He's a friggin' scumbag, dude. He friggin' hisses at me and everything. He's a scum. He's probably a Cowboys fan.
All right. All right. I'm gonna give the Saints. I'm gonna give them a solid B+. I think it was a great draft. The first 3 picks were amazing. I think it was great for the franchise and what they needed. I wish they didn't have to have their 3rd pick be in round 5, but that's what you get. I did like the McKistry pick at 41, and Fuongo kind of just fell to them. So Matt, Nate, any thoughts on the Saints and Chrissy? Obviously, your every man's terms are well warranted.
Yeah, I think Matt and we talked about Spencer Rattler off air a little bit, and I'm surprised he fell that far because of his whole QB1 situation. But that shouldn't really matter, to be honest. He's gonna be good. A lot of teams slept on him, including I don't know what we're thinking, man. Oh,
Daniel
sorry.
Jones, future 20 INTs.
Dude, it's Mr. Dimes to you.
I have to believe. I have to believe in him, man.
You have to go to the other team.
Yeah.
Woo!
Listen, I like the Fuaga pick. I think that was a solid. I think that was the second best tackle in the draft, and they got him right there at 14. I love Kool-Aid McKinstry. Yeah, we'll see. I hope he does well. I just wish we freaking took Neighbors. I like Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I think Rattler is a good fifth-round quality pick right there. And then, you know what? I don't even know anything about this guy, but the fact that his name is Bub, I love Bub Meats. What a pick. Solid pick. Should have went rounds earlier.
Bub Means. I love it. All right. Chrissy, any thoughts on the Saints draft before we start getting to the New York and Philly teams?
Saints are common, dude.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
I love that's a thing now. Oh, my God.
I can't stop laughing now.
All right. New York Giants, they gave him an A-. I'm going to give you guys a B even. I love your first two picks. I love Malik Neighbors at 6. I love Tyler Nubin at 47. I do not like the Andrew Phillips trade. Theo Johnson I did like. And after that, it was kind of like, eh. I wish you guys addressed the quarterback position, even grabbing Rattler in the 4th round instead of Theo Johnson, or grabbing in the 5th instead of Tyrone Tracy, because I believe, Rattler was still on the board.
All I'm gonna say is this:
you guys would have to trade up, but still, he was still on the board.
All I'm gonna say is reports from Adam Schefter said the Giants were reportedly gonna get all to them. If they did that, I would not be here today. That's all I'm gonna say. Otherwise, got this a B.
Nate, would you still be hungover?
I probably would have texted you saying I don't want to be on the show because I would have been pissed. Out of all the picks we could have gotten that I'd be mad at, it would have been Alt. But I'm happy with Neighbors.
Look at
and
the
Nubin.
dog.
Ant's just chilling, bro.
And,
all right,
dude.
Anthony, what are your thoughts on the New York Giants draft? I know your mom is not happy.
He's too busy going. That's all he does if he's not snoring.
Dude, that dog, that dog's amazing, dude.
God.
Please put like a Jeff cap and a bow tie on him or something.
He ate his bow tie.
Wow.
He does have a top hat and a Cowboys hat, like as in like an actual like little tiny little mini like Woody from Toy Story cowboy hat.
That's like a mini Stetson.
Yeah. We're talking about Giants. I give him a B+. I love the Malik Neighbors trade. I love the Tyler Nubin trade. I like the Andrew Phillips. I'm not really upset about that. I think Theo Johnson's solid for them, especially with Darren Waller, contemplating retirement. The only reason why I don't give them an A- like Pro Football gave them is because they didn't at all take a quarterback anywhere in the draft.
All right. We're going across the river after Chrissy. Any thoughts on the Giants draft picks?
I love the Malik Neighbors pick, like you guys were saying. He's watched him at LSU the entire season. I mean, he's awesome. He's everything. He's everything what they say he's going to be. So it sucks. I got to root against him now, but it is what it is.
So many LSU guys went to Washington or Dallas or
I was just kicking myself for like the first half hour of the draft.
All right, we're gonna go to Maddie's team now. Of course, obviously, Oluwani Fashanu, or Olympic Fashion, as Chris has called him. Olu Fashanu. I like the Makai Corley. Braylon Allen is the one I'm like, yo, this kid can run. Also, he's the first 2004 born player in the NFL.
Dude. He also had a 406-pound clean at 18 years old.
Wild. Yeah, give me a B+. It was a solid. I love the Fashanu pick, and I love the Braylon Allen pick. Jordan Travis to me, I mean, yeah, he'll be okay when his knee heals in 2 years.
Someone will need him.
They got Quantez Stingers out of the CFL. By the way, excellent ball skills. Just saying. Like, excellent ball skills, Matt. You guys might have found a nickel guy there. Yeah, see, Anthony even agrees with me.
I give the Jets an A-. I give the Jets an A-. Fashanu he's after all my favorite tackle prospect. He's going to be great once he gets to start. Eventually, Corley was a receiver I wanted the Giants to get, but he fell to the Jets in the third round. We could argue the Jets' backfield could be the best in the AFC East. I mean, you have Hall, you have Allen, Isaiah Davis. I really love. He's a patient runner. He produced at South Dakota State. Those three guys, man, I don't like it. A-.
Yo, Anthony sounds like me after about 15 beers, bro.
You can hear him? Dude, guys, he's awake too. Like, he's fully, like, he's not sleeping. That's just him.
Dude.
Yo, that dog is
what are you fucking doing? All right. Anyways, let's wind it up here.
All right. Yeah, we got a couple more left. We'll do this quick. Philadelphia Eagles.
Jets. B+.
Okay. All right, we're going. Chrissy, any thoughts on Olympic fashion?
Love them. A+.
A+. All right, Philadelphia Eagles. Keon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Will Shipley, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Johnny Wilson. My third A+ of the draft. I loved the doubling up on corners. Your worst position, you address it. You go get a project edge rusher. As much as Hunt kind of bugged me how early they took him, I think it's great because he's going to sit behind Huff, Smith, and, of course, Mr. Graham. I'm okay with it. I believe there's one more missing. Oh, yeah, Josh Sweat. He's a fifth man. He doesn't have to be good yet. You can kind of let him sit in the backfield like we did with Josh Sweat in the late 2010s. All right, Will Shipley, I love it. He'll probably take Boston Scott's roster spot. Hell of a runner. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is a sledgehammer. And, of course, the sleeper of this is Johnny Wilson, 6'6", 240-pound receiver. We'll probably convert to tight end. We may have just found our tight end too, gentlemen. So there you go. Eagles, A+.
A+ for me. They got the two best corners in the draft. Shipley's a good back. Trotter is one of the best linebackers in the draft. They got him at the 5th round. I'm jealous, man. Looking forward to getting swept by you guys again.
Chrissy.
Bird Gang was amazing, like always. Drafted what they needed. Took 2 corners. Took a linebacker. Got a couple receivers. I touched about it earlier in the show. We got Cooper Sharp. It's game over. It's the best cheese around.
All right. Maddie, thoughts on the Eagles? We'll move on to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of when your professor says, hey, if you don't need to come to class at the final, you're already going to pass with an A. That was the Eagles. You didn't even have to show up and you're going to get an A, and they showed up and they got an A+.
The Jackie Robinson of football has arrived.
Cooper, Sharp, DeJean, are you kidding me?
He looks like he's part of a boy band, but I'll let it slide.
Yeah, it's like NSYNC as a corner, but he's going to be really good for a long time.
It's going to be mad.
10 years.
That's One Direction if I ever saw it.
Yeah, the other way.
Yeah.
That's like if Big Time Rush continued, you know?
Yeah, dude. With, yeah. Right.
All right. We're moving on to the Steelers as my last and final A+ of the day. Troy Fontenot, Zach Frazier, Roman Wilson, Peyton Wilson. They nailed their first 4 picks. Not a lot of teams do that. All A+ picks. I was very high on Roman Wilson. You guys know that. I love Peyton Wilson. You guys both know that. Zach Frazier, best center in the draft. Pure center in the draft. Troy Fontenot, the highest potential tackle in the draft besides Joe Alt. Love it. I love this for the Steelers. They loaded up on what they do best, is punching you in the mouth and having receivers faster than yours. There you go. Steelers get an A+ to me. We'll go this fast because we're already at 1:30.
Yep, I agree with you, Jared. Everything. Fontenot is going to be a solid lineman for years to come. Roman Wilson, good wide receiver number 2 for the Steelers.
All right, Maddie.
I agree. A+ right there, whatever it is. They just, what a fantastic draft. Back-to-back years for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chrissy, any thoughts on our cross-state rivals?
It's going to be a while, a couple years till they do anything important, but a good draft for them. Get happy for Pitt. Yeah. A. It's A1.
All righty. Seahawks, Byron Murphy, Christian Haynes out of UConn. Shout out UConn. AJ Bronner out of Michigan. I'll give this one a B. A lot of mid picks. I love the Murphy one. Was it the dog or was that you?
No, I farted.
That was all the dog.
Not me.
No, the dog
I'm
saved
going to give the Seahawks an even B. Nate?
I feel like they should have got a tackle in the first round, but other than that, Murphy's a good pick at the defensive side of the ball. So, give him a B.
Mm-hmm. Maddie?
I agree. I think Byron Murphy made that draft for them. Christian Haynes out of UConn as well, showing some love to the con. The 2024 national championship UConn. Anyways, fantastic draft for them. I give a B minus, B solid.
All righty. Only 3 more left. Chrissy, any thoughts on the Seahawks?
The B is brilliant.
There you go. Wise words. Buccaneers, Graham Barton at Duke, Chris Barswell out of Braswell out of Alabama, Tyreek Smith out of Georgia, Jalen McMillan out of Washington, and the best name of all the running backs in this draft, Bucky Irving.
Bucky's a buck.
There you go.
How many bucks could Bucky buck if a buck could buck Bucky?
Hey, nice.
Son of a buck.
How to think of that?
All right, I'm gonna give the Bucks a B plus, A minus. Love the Barton pick. Braswell solid. They got a bunch of good, solid guys at positions. Nothing blown away, but everything was solid. So I'll give them an A minus. I'll throw it to them. Good, solid draft. Bucks continue to reign the NFC South.
I'm surprised McMillan fell that far to the third round, but he's going to be a good receiver for the Bucks, man. Evans, Godwin, and McMillan.
He's only half one guy, which makes this even better.
100%.
Chrissy, any thoughts?
Go Pirates.
It's fair.
You know what the best part is? Chris's comments for these are perfect because it's like a nice change of after we're just throwing fastballs and knowledge. Chris goes, yeah, go Pirates. Wrong sport, Chris. I know what I said.
Yeah.
All righty. And finally, Matt, did you do this one?
No, but I love this draft. I give it an A. I mean, I like Graham Barton. I like Chris Braswell, Jalen McMillan as well, Bucky Irvin for them going to the Bucks. I think they hit on a lot of these picks, so I'll give them an A.
All righty. 2 more left. Titans, J.C. Latham, Mr. DUI, Tavondre Sweat, Cedric Gray, and James Williams, to name a few. Oh, and Ed Reed's nephew, Shaquan Jackson out of Tulane at wide receiver. Fun fact, that actually is Ed Reed's nephew. So, Titans gave him a B. I'm going to give him a B minus. I love the James Williams pick. I think he's very versatile as a monster back, safety, linebacker hybrid. J.C. Latham was my favorite tackle in this draft. He has one of the higher upsides. I think they drafted him way too early. So I'll give him a B.
They had to.
They're okay. Everything's good, but they reached on a lot of stuff. And also, is Tavondre Sweat even going to get to play the first 4 games? Because I feel like a Dewey is going to put a little dip in that.
They were supposed to get all that messed up when the Chargers got him. So Latham, it was a panic pick. If anything, they could have traded down, but I feel they just panicked and got Latham.
Yeah,
I think on his development.
You know what's so funny? Like we talked about this on the show. I knew the second Joe Alt got picked by the Chargers, everyone threw a monkey wrench into it. We're going to Washington. Chrissy's favorite quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Second favorite quarterback after Mr. Hurts. Jaden Daniels going 2. Jazar Newton, or Johnny Newton, depending on who you ask. Second round. Mike Sinstrini, cornerback out of Michigan. Ben Stenott out of Kansas State. And Luke McCaffrey out of Rice. The Commanders had a lot of picks, man. And if you can thank the Howie and the boys for that one. I'm going to give it an A. I love Daniels. I love Newton. I love McCaffrey. And Stenott's pretty good, too. So I'll give him an A.
I'm going Commando for the Commanders.
I love
their camera above your waistline, please.
Their first 4 picks I thought were amazing. Daniels, Newton, The corner out of Michigan, because that last name is hard for me to figure out. Ben Sinnott. And then Luke McCaffrey as well. I thought Commanders got an A+ in this one.
Nice. Chrissy, Jaden Daniels going to the rival.
Oh, there I am. I'm upset, but it's not over yet. It sucks that he's going to the Commanders. I wanted him to go to anybody else, honestly. But at the same time, I gotta watch. I can't root for him anymore now. So I gotta watch him just get his knees destroyed.
If it wasn't your division, it was going to be my division. I'm happy it's yours, but I understand it could have been mine.
I would love the Raiders to trade up.
He wasn't falling out of the top 3, so it was going to be us or you guys. So
I hope Drake May sucks.
All right,
good.
That is our NFL draft grades. Good job, fellas.
Thank you.
Next week, we may take a Monday off next week. I think Chris and Nate and Matt have all earned it. Chrissy, the floor is yours. You said you want to talk about your bar hack. I am a man of my word.
You are a man of your word. You're a good man.
Thank you, sir. So are you.
Okay, so best bar hack of all time. Camera is waist high. I'm not actually commando. So I found out if you go, and this is my own personal hack. I tried this out on Saturday. If you go out to a bar with a big crowd and you can't get to the bar and grab a drink, just yell shark. I do it all the time. I yell, move, there's a shark in the water, because everybody runs away from a shark. So when I yelled that, everybody swam away like fishes. And I got right to the bar, and I got a couple beers in me. So my bar hack of the week, just yell shark if it's a crowded bar. Then you can get right to the bar. We'll get right to the actual bar to grab a drink. That's all I got. I'm still on the big screen.
There you go.
Nice.
Good to know, Chris. Good to know, Chris.
I was waiting for more of a I found out if you just you walk around with a bag of glass, everything you order is free.
Oh no, I told you my Irish one, right? If you go to a bar at during St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, O'Flanagan, O'Reilly.
Yeah, use the last name Murphy or Kelly or something. You get free beer for the rest of the day. It works.
I don't doubt it. Oh my God, that is just a different breed, man. Also, it's not B&E if you leave before the guard gets the dogs on you.
Yeah, it's like when I broke into the Nickelodeon amusement park.
That was the reference.
Allegedly.
Did not happen.
If his lawyer is watching, allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
All right, gentlemen, this has been the Korner report card for the NFL draft. A little sloppier show today. A lot of information to throw at you. An hour and 42 minutes. We appreciate you stopping by as always. For myself, Chris, Nate, and Matt, we appreciate you coming through. Shout out to our sponsors. Candidates.com, promo code BELLY20 for 20% off. SeatGeek, promo code BELLY Sports for $20 off. And, of course, Righteous Felon, official sponsor of Chris's Penalty Box. By the way, Chris, you didn't get sent to the Penalty Box today.
Yeah, I did it. I can't curse anymore. I got to do something stupid. I'll figure it out. Just give me.
All right.
I'll get it.
Official sponsor of Chris's Penalty Box, Belly Sports, and the Korner Podcast. Promo code BELLYUP for 15% off. Check out. I am Jared. These are the Goons. We will catch you guys on Thursday for another Korner pregame. We will keep you guys updated about upcoming shows. Be in the lookout. Upcoming weeks, we'll be releasing a new intro video, our new merchandise line, as well as just more fun stuff. That being said, hope you guys have an amazing week. We appreciate you coming through, and have a good day.